So that's it. This is Nigeria right now. Action.
Hello out there. This is Nigeria right now with Dickson Irebu. It's an exclusive edition that we're having today with the national leader of Nigeria Democratic Congress, Senator Henry Seriake Dickson. He will join me shortly on the hot seat.
My brother,
Thank you so much, sir.
nice to see you.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.
Nice to have you here.
Please, the hot seat.
Thank you very much. I hope the seat will not be too hot.
Well, it has to be hot because the situation of leadership is quite hot now, right?
Yeah.
NDC.
Yep.
Crossroads or troubled waters? What is it then?
Distraction. Never crossroad, never near any crossroad. And, well, a little bit of trouble, but troubles we are used to. You can't be in this kitchen for a pretty long time without being used to the heat.
Were you aware of the case brought forward by the Peace Movement Party?
Sorry. First of all, that's not a political party. It's not a political party. It's not even a political association. It's a one-man or one-lady association. We don't know the chairman, if it has any. We don't know a secretary, if it has any. We don't know if there are any members. So it's a funny, do I say almost fake association, claiming to be an association.
Not
a political party, not registered under the laws of this country by INEC as a political player, as a political party.
Not even an NGO.
Not even a registered NGO, not even a registered association, not an association that sought registration as a party last year. So it is all a kangaroo association, kangaroo suit that was cooked up to hoodwink the judiciary and to have a pretext for distracting the NDC. So for us at the NDC, it's a little minor distraction, and we assure all our candidates, we have wonderful candidates at all levels. Presidential ticket, one of the most charismatic leaders in our nation's polity, His Excellency Peter Obi and His Excellency Rabi Musa Kwakwaso, my colleagues and partners in making and creating this new Nigeria that we all desire. And we are working together to...
You're a lawyer. How possible is it for the same court now to now throw away whatever judgment or order he gave and now say no, that you should start afresh?
Well, first of all, as a lawyer and lawyers and judges and everyone is dumbfounded and shocked as to why the court
would go in this direction.
Would ever even think of going in this direction. First of all, by the doctrine of finality, once a judgment is delivered, the court becomes, as they say technically, functus official. In other words, it doesn't have any official duty to perform as far as that matter is
at that level.
At that level.
So the best would be
if you have any complaint, included by anyone who says it's an interested party or a party affected by the judgment, who for one reason or the other was not notified or was not joined, which happens, your best bet is to go on appeal. Sometimes ask for leave to go on appeal. The law allows it. But under no circumstance will a judge who has given a judgment then sit on appeal under the guise of an application from what we have known a spurious application by a one-person association. And what are they saying? They are trying to lay proprietary claim to the logo of the NDC, which is the two-finger peace sign or victory sign. Haba. This is a sign that so many people have used. Mahatma Gandhi used it. Mandela used it. Even in Nigeria, in fact, Kwame Nkrumah used it. In Nigeria, Fifa Awolowo used it. Zik used it. As a matter of fact, in the 40s and 50s, Aminu Kano's NEPU, this was the official slogan, the official sign. Nasara. So these are things everybody uses. No one can claim proprietary ownership of it because it is not a trademark. If anything, The only body that can lay claim to it now upon the registration of NDC is the NDC itself. And this association said they tried to file for registration 11 years ago, 2015. And by the last time I checked, 2015 till now, it's 11 years. They were not registered as a party. So first of all, the party that went to court is unknown to law. The entity that went to court is unknown to law. It's not a political party. It's not even a political association. If they tried to register 2015, assuming they had a formal association at that time, it's even doubtful if they still have that association. 11 years down the line, their members, some may have died, some may have scattered, they may have gone to... So it's not surprising that if you look at the heading of the suit, it's one lady claiming to be a pro-team national legal advisor, pro-team for 11 years, national legal advisor of the so-called association. No other person, and then a lawyer. Clearly, it was an orchestrated design. It was a frivolous matter dressed up as a legal claim. And their best bet was to go on appeal. And it was the duty of his lordship himself to have refused that application right away from day one, not to even hear it. Should have ruled on it, say, address me on jurisdiction. Do I have jurisdiction to entertain this application and accede to your request to sit on appeal over my judgment? That's alone. I would have dismissed it and directed them to go.
So what action are you taking?
So, well, the NDC, we straightforward. Our lawyers have been assembled. We never expected that a judge in Nigeria, with the facts that we know, with the judgment, beautiful, brilliant judgment, would go the direction that his lordship went. And, you know, as a lawyer of some years standing, we know that judges are free to err. It's a grievous error. And the system is designed to correct errors. So our legal team is looking at it. And they're taking the various measures that have to be taken.
Which is to go for
to go on appeal and then make the necessary applications. And that is being done, which is why my call to all our members, and particularly our candidates and their supporters. And my friend, the judge may not know this, but people need to know what people are playing. They're playing with fire. Because when you have a popular party with a popular and vibrant support base across the country, the fastest growing political party, not only in Nigeria, for now in Africa, fastest growing in just 5 months, charismatic candidates at all levels, with millions of supporters. Nominations have already taken place.
Waiting for uploading to
Waiting for submission, which is an administrative process. Under the laws of this country, a candidate is nominated at the primary, and after reviews or appeals by the party, which is allowed, valid, provided for. So you have a situation where all members of state houses of assembly in Nigeria have been validly nominated, with INEC in attendance. You have 360 members of the House of Representatives nominated in the presence of INEC and reports issued to that effect. You have 109 senatorial candidates nominated, including myself. You have 36 governors, well, minus the states that have staggered elections, nominated with their deputies times 2. And you have
the presidential
a wonderful presidential candidate and an equally wonderful charismatic leaders elected with millions of supporters. The judiciary and no one judge should, by error of commission or omission, be allowed to create a crisis in our country.
Do you see any possibility that this could be coming from the ruling party or the government?
Well, first of all, we know the quarters that will be interested. We know those who are agitated and frightened.
Who are they?
Of course, our opponents at the polls, the ruling party being number 1, those who stand to lose to our candidates. We have taken time to select very popular, credible, charismatic candidates at all levels. And we also know the feelings of Nigerians. In a democracy, power belongs to the people, the ordinary people. And we know what the people are saying. In fact, from this judgment on Friday, unfortunate judgment, which is a distraction, Friday, thousands of people are trooping to join our party. In fact, we just yesterday, on Friday, renewed our NIM subscription, meaning that our party is on an unstoppable growth. And people know it. They know that in every state constituency, in every federal constituency, in every senatorial district, at the governorship level, and therefore at the presidential level, a party came from nowhere. We have built a movement, a political movement, a political party that is acceptable.
Let's take a break and then come back to discuss that political movement. Because there are lots of issues also about aspirants who are not happy with how the primaries went and all of that. We'll be right back. This is Nigeria Right Now with Dickson Irebo. And of course, my guest today is Senator Henry Seriake Dickson, the national leader and the founder of the Nigeria Democratic Congress. We'll be right back.
If you're not prepared, you don't need to appear on Nigeria Right Now. For you to appear on Nigeria Right Now, you must be prepared to answer the tough and the toughest of all the questions. Nigeria Right Now with Dickson Irebo. You guys are doing well.
Welcome right back. This is still Nigeria Right Now with Dickson Irebo. And of course, my guest is still here.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
It is common knowledge that there are lots of aggrieved aspirants of the NDC. Lots of them are said to have gone to court. How is the party addressing those issues?
Well, first of all, the APC actually has more cases even in court right now. More complaints right now. And that's a party that has the presidency and control of almost 30 governors or 31 or 32 governors.
So people expected.
Wait. We are a new party. The APC has existed for many years.
Yeah.
What we are doing at the leadership level is to encourage reconciliation.
Is the party setting up?
They will swing into action very soon. We've been working on it. A number of candidates, we've encouraged our leaders at different states, different levels to engage and try to make peace. And I assure all of them, particularly all of them who have contributed their time and resources, that they are and will continue to be valued critical stakeholders of the party, involved in different aspects of our campaigns, different committees, different programs, because they are, first of all, the people who have identified, who have volunteered as stakeholders. So I assure all of them, without exception, they will all be involved in the various systems we want to set up. And we'll look for a way to get across to as many of them. Our committees will go around and engage them and speak with them, knowing that only one can emerge. However well the primary is conducted. Only one. And a situation where you have 15, 20 people competing for all competent, all vibrant. And let me tell you, we are proud of the quality of our aspirants. And that is what makes us believe that this party has a long-term future. So for aspirants out there who are nursing one feeling or the other, know that we have heard you. We know your pains. We know that the exercise was not without hitches. We know that stakeholders in their various states, not so much from the national, but stakeholders at the various states and party officials who were to handle the process, probably things didn't go the way it was expected. Yeah, it was expected for a new party that didn't have time to build these grassroots and other structures before going into primaries. So we understand all of it, but that's why we have been very consistent about our desire to launch the electronic voting system. And even 3 days ago, the consultants came to make a presentation. And by the next primary, even if we have a by-election 6 months or so down the line,
it won't be direct.
It won't be direct. It will be direct, but it will be electronic. So you can stay in wherever you are and vote. And if you are popular, you will be elected. You will be declared. That's the system. And I, as national leader, we have never sat here to impose any name on anybody.
No,
on
that's not
what
exactly.
what we have done, all that people say is propaganda.
Mm.
The truth is that we have referred people to their stakeholders.
Mm.
And how stakeholders have managed the process is another thing. And our duty as a party now is to see how we appease the members. A number of them will be involved in various aspects of our party, campaign, presidential, governorship, even at all levels of the party's campaigns and activities.
Distinguished Senator, you've been described as a supreme leader. Out there.
I've had more titles. Is that the one you like?
That's what,
Are you competing for the position of supreme leader with me?
No, I'm not.
Okay, so
are you the supreme leader of the party? Because when they say national leader of the party, one expected that, okay, that's enough. But that you carry yourself as though you're the alpha and omega about the party.
That is what, maybe because of my size and the force with which I express my views. At the heart of my style is consultation. I'm a consensus builder, a team leader. Okay?
And you've been in this game.
Oh, I've been, yeah, and it has always been consensus building. That has been my art. That's what I do. In this game, I use a lot of things, a lot of name calling. Some of it, if you look at it from far, you may not know. But if you have interacted with us, you will know that we engage humbly, firmly, and be prepared to debate fiercely, but also decide when occasion calls for it.
What is your relationship with your presidential candidate and the vice? What is it like, your relationship with him?
We are a partnership, and the partnership is growing, is getting stronger by the day, and we are united by our collective desire to create a new Nigeria. Okay? And that's why we started this party. That's what I've done all through my life. See my positions in the Senate and what I do almost alone. And look at them too. Peter Obi going solo almost, on Labour Party. Look at Kwankwaso going solo on NNPP. We were in PDP together before.
Yes. And
so we have a history of working together. But this is the very first time we are closely working together. And we are doing great. They are great candidates.
Yes.
We are proud to have them. And I'm sure they are also proud to be with us and working
in partnership with you.
Yeah.
Your party, the NDC, activated a new angle to stop people from possibly freely associating. The anti-defection clause that the party came up with. And you now exempted the presidential candidate and the vice. Why?
It makes sense.
And
because
what is it about that?
What
is your fear? What is the party's fear?
First of all, it's not a fear. It's the right thing to do. And this party has been set up, as much as we are not perfect, to try to do things differently in the politics and to affect Nigeria's politics differently, positively. One of the biggest issues we have in the politics of Nigeria is the rate of movements on the campaigns by elected officials, which is very disheartening, which is why it's not been possible to build strong political parties in Nigeria, unlike what happens in Ghana, in South Africa, and so on and so forth. Yes, even abroad, there are people who defect from their parties, but it's very rare. It's not a common thing. And I tell you, my namesake, we must look for a way of addressing that issue of defections arising from unprincipled positions people take, negotiating convenience, and defecting from their parties after elections. Look at what has happened to PDP, the great PDP. Even at the last election, 2023 elections, we had 13 governors, good enough to reorganize and mount a serious competitive challenge for the presidency. But look at, where are they? As we speak, none. Whatever is there is in the likeness and image of PDP, not the real PDP that we knew, which is very sad. And not just PDP. Look at what happened to the Labour Party. Look at what happened to the NNPP, whose only governor defected to the APC in Kano. Senator Kwankwaso and myself and Peter, we have been interfacing and working for years.
So why?
So I know the pains that people. Or look at my governor. Look at my state of Bayelsa.
Yes.
How the pains I took to fight to produce a successor in opposition. That was what Senator Kwankwaso did in Kano. That was what I did in Bayelsa. Look at the decampings. So now we feel that our party should show the way by saying no to such unprincipled defections.
So why exempt the candidate of your
so,
party, the presidential candidate
so
and the
all
vice?
candidates except, because we trust the partnership. We believe that, have you seen a president defecting from a party?
In Nigeria, as we have seen today, anything can happen.
A president is not expected to defect from his party. Okay? So you don't need to have a president sign that clause, and a running may sign that clause. Because if he wins, theoretically, he will be head of the executive. And you know what that means for the party? That will be the center of gravity of the party.
Yeah. In fact, he will be dictating for the party.
Yeah, he will be the so.
So it will be difficult to
So
say.
he cannot defect.
Yeah.
The vice president who cannot defect. You understand?
Yeah.
The people who, from all that we have seen, have brought this issue of defection to the fore. And a lot of Nigerians are angry with the defections.
Very true.
And let me tell you, a lot of Nigerians are very happy with the innovative approach adopted by the NDC. As a matter of fact, other parties are copying from us. Again, that's part of the positive contribution we have made, in addition to several within this short period. So it's a good thing. So what we are saying is, let us have it in black and white.
But is
you, our candidate, subscribing to an oath, an affidavit on oath. You see, the Constitution says if there is a division at the national level. So if there is a division, you are justified.
Yes.
What we are doing is to support the Constitution, not against the Constitution. The Constitution says if there is a national division in the party, there is a justification for elected members at the parliamentary level
to find
to fight to go which side, and then elsewhere, if that is okay for them. But not when there is no national division. What happened to the PDP justified that. Okay? Because at a point, not at the beginning, but at a point when you had two chairmen, two factions, known clear, the Constitution provides for that. In that event, the affidavits can't cover it. People will resort to their constitutional rights to defect. But in the absence of that, there can't be any defection.
Okay,
That's what we have done.
Let me bring, when you were introduced, that earlier before this surge into the NDC, when you were introduced by your colleague, the Senate President, as the national leader of a new political party, one could deduce from the voice of that presentation of the Senate President as being sarcastic. But now, after all of that, you have now become more like the most talked about political party outside the ruling party. How did your colleagues in the Red Chamber receive you, after all of that process and all that?
We are on national service. I've been on national service from the age of 19, when at the tender age of 19, I wore the colors of Nigeria as a policeman. And from 19, at 19, yes, till now, I've been on national service, non-stop. And we're not doing this to feed for ego. We're doing this because we believe in service.
It's a duty you owe the nation.
It's a duty. So, but for our Akpabio, my good friend, our Senate President, my brother, is known for cracking jokes, sometimes inappropriate jokes, and at the inappropriate moments. We've been carrying on as that, and I've been one of the fiercest opponents to their policies, not to his person.
To the policies
policies that he represents and of his party, which I disagree with. And if there's anyone who has suffered the negative sides of the gavel under Godswill Akpabio's Senate presidency, it's me. It's number one, me. Okay? We have enjoyed some respect in chambers and amongst our colleagues, and we also respect all colleagues. Okay. Parliament is a meeting place of equals, and we treat ourselves camaraderie.
Both of you are former governors.
Former governors and former this and former that. So we have no personal issues.
Okay.
We are in the struggle to save the soul of Nigeria. I always refer to the quote people attribute to a labor leader or Mahatma Gandhi when they say, first they ignore you, then they laugh at you, then they attack you. Then you win.
You win.
We are at the stage, not of being ignored. They can't ignore us. Akpabio
Not
or any
anymore.
other person. Not anymore. They can't laugh at us. Initially, they did. Okay? Not anymore. Now, from the court case and other developments, we are at the stage of attack. You've got to go through this phase. And as that saying goes, then you win. After this phase of attack, and we'll get through it,
Okay.
you have to prepare for victory.
Let me conclude by getting your reaction. The new discussion now is the state police that the Senate passed. What's your view?
My personal view would have been that we devolve firstly to the zones where we already have DIGs. The most senior police officer from the southeast is already there, a DIG. The one from the south, south, northwest, northeast, north, they're all there, southwest. DIGs, 6 DIGs, they are there. I would have preferred that we devolve the Nigerian police first to the zones and then
And then monitored.
work on, yes, in a monitored way,
Yes.
allow the governors
Yes.
and the state assemblies
To supervise.
to appoint commissioners in a federation. They must have the powers. And commissioners of police should be appointed by the governors from the various states, subjected to assembly screening and control. Then at the zonal level, we have the zonal police service commissions for standards and so on and so forth. But I can understand the push to take the devolution right to the state level. And if you are decentralizing, you don't even need to stop at the state level. You can take it up to local government level. That's what my approach would have been. Decentralization. First to the zones. Consolidate at that level. Create a mechanism that will prevent abuse and ensure that every Nigerian is protected and feels safe. When we have done that, we now take it to the states and the local governments. And for you to do so at the local government, we need comprehensive local government reforms and political autonomy so that people, responsible people, senior people, can run to be chairman of council.
That's it.
And control and be head of the police systems at the local government level.
So that governance
So
will be
that
about the
governance
people.
will be
And that's
about
what democracy
at
is
the
about.
local
anyway.
government level.
Yeah.
For now, well, the president started a good thing by the judgment that the Supreme Court gave or the application of his Attorney General.
Yeah.
And I've always supported that because, again, it's devolution is restructuring. Which
in
is
some
local
way-
government autonomy. But the president has not had the courage to push it through in terms of financial autonomy, in terms of political autonomy. So the local governments are still in limbo. And if you don't do that, even if you have state police, you can't address insecurity. Because the insecurity and the crisis of security and safety is taking place within the local government areas.
Yes. So do you agree with your presidential
So,
candidate?
good. And I agree with him because, you see, we are preparing for general elections. A monumental reform like this, we can start it, but don't rush it. Don't rush to conclude it now, before general election. That's what I think our presidential Mr. Peter Obi is saying, and I associate myself with that call. But I'm not opposed to the central level because I'm a federalist. As if, you want to amend the constitution tomorrow, and sign it into law. And then have state police come to effect and have governors set up their police as in day after tomorrow. Because there's a lot of things that have to be done.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much, my
Thank you.
namesake. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Thank you.
And thank you.
Thank you. And I wish your party all the best.
Wish our party all the best.
Oh, yeah. Well, on this show, I am not partisan. So the Nigeria Right Now show, what we do here is to, of course, engage those who are making decisions on our behalf, on behalf of the Nigerian people. The simple mission is just one thing, that we may build a nation where no man is oppressed. I'll see you next week on this same show, Nigeria Right Now.